Hey guys, what is up? Jared here from Email Experts. We help e-commerce brands grow via email and automated marketing. And in this video, I'm going to go over how you can grow your e-commerce sales with a browse abandonment flow in Klaviyo. So before we begin, what is a browse abandonment flow? The browse abandonment flow is a series of emails that are triggered when someone has visited a particular product page but did not start or complete their checkout. If you look at the simple funnel here, compared to the abandoned cart flow, which is triggered when someone starts a checkout, for browse abandonment emails, a visitor does not have to start a checkout. All a site visitor has to do is to view an item to trigger the flow. So in this tutorial, I will show you how to set up a browse abandonment flow for your Shopify or BigCommerce store using Klaviyo. This should work for other platforms as well. The goal of this flow is to remind customers what they were looking at and bring them back to the specific product page. These emails are effective because they are highly personalized and show the products that the customer was already looking at. So let's jump on to Klaviyo. First things first, we need to have a trigger. So Klaviyo knows when someone looks at the product on your site. Make sure that Klaviyo is connected to your e-commerce platform and that the viewed product script is working properly on your site. So within Klaviyo, go to the Integrations tab on the left and connect your store. In this example, I'm going to connect it to my Shopify store. If you are using Shopify, make sure when you are connecting it to Klaviyo to check this automatically add Klaviyo on-site JavaScript checkbox. And when you connect it, Klaviyo will add a lot of great features to your account, including pre-populating your flow library and hopefully add the viewed product tracking script as well. I'm not going to click update settings because I've already enabled the integration, but as you are following along, please go ahead and save your integration settings here. Now to check whether the viewed product script is working, click on the Analytics tab in Klaviyo, click See All Metrics, scroll on down and find the viewed product metric, click on it, and you should be able to see data coming through. You should be able to see your graph going up and down like this, or you should be able to see people flowing through your activity feed. If you click this activity feed tab here, you should be able to see people coming through. And if you see data coming through and an activity feed of people, then you know your viewed product script is already installed. You can go ahead and skip ahead past the next section. However, if you can't find this viewed product tracking script, or if you have no one here in your activity feed, or if your chart shows a flat line at 0, then you know that your code is not installed on your site. Don't worry, this is just a very simple installation process that we will go over now. So what you want to do is to go ahead and click your account name on the top right and click on Setup Web Tracking. You'll be then brought to this page that shows the steps on how to install this on your site. The first step should have already been completed when you integrated your store with Klaviyo. Next, what you want to do is to copy the code over here, the snippet of code. So go ahead, right click, copy, and you want to paste it to your product.liquid in your Shopify template. What you want to do is to open another tab on your Shopify store. Under online store and under your themes, you want to click action and edit code to your live site. I'm not going to do it on my live site for the purposes of this video because I already have the script installed on my live site. I'm going to do it on a backup theme, but as you are following on in this video, please make sure to do it on your live published site instead. So go ahead and click edit code. Now search product.liquid and click on product.liquid under templates. Next, after you've copied this code, paste it over here at the bottom of your product.liquid page. So I'm just gonna right click and paste it and go ahead and click save. Now after you've done this, your viewed product data will start coming through now. Now, how does this viewed product script work? So the viewed product script we just installed associates a cookie to a person's web browser, so a person's Chrome or Safari, to track what products they have been viewing. But in order to connect the cookie with a customer's profile in Klaviyo, the customer must either, number one, click through to your website from an email, or number two, sign up through a pop-up or a form on your site. We have another video on our YouTube channel that shows you how to install a pop-up or a form on your site. So please watch that video first before continuing on with this. If you don't have a pop-up or form set up, please set one up now in order to make your browse abandonment emails that much more effective. The easiest way to test the tracking script is working is to sign up with the Klaviyo form on your site. So what I'll do is I'll open the private tab, go onto my website, find the form or the pop-up, and fill it up with an email address. There you go, now the pop-up has opened. What I'll do is I'll put in an email address. Don't need to do that. So now that I've signed up with my email, I'll just go ahead and browse the site, click on a few products to let the data come through, look around, check out different products. And now when I search up the email address in my Klaviyo account, you can see the viewed product data has come through. So now we know this works. Now we can see that my browsing behavior, including product views, which is what we'll use to trigger the flow, and includes the details we need to make the email as well. Now it is time to set up the browse abandonment flow. So at Email Experts, we recommend starting with Klaviyo's default browse abandonment flow. So go to the Flows tab on the left, click Create a Flow, and choose Klaviyo standard browse abandonment email flow templates. So click on that, we'll name it as you wish. And we go ahead and click Create Flow. So what this does is that this creates a placeholder flow, and it should work exactly as you expect. Once a visitor views a product, after 2 hours, an email will be sent out to a visitor with only their last viewed item. So for example, if they have browsed 5 products, the email will only be populated with the last item that they have viewed. Klaviyo's default browse abandonment flow also has some flow filters by default. So if I click on this, you can see what flow filters that they have. So the filter means that you will only email subscribers who have browsed around your website and looked at products, but have not started a checkout or placed an order. So if they browse and start a checkout, then they will no longer receive the browse abandonment emails, because they will receive the abandoned cart emails instead. These rules are there to prevent Klaviyo from sending too many emails to your customers. This helps ensures that customers are only receiving the most relevant emails specific to their stage in the buying process. The last rule here has not been in the flow in the last 30 days, just means that the customer will only receive the browse abandonment emails once a month. We use this rule so customers who are browsing all the time do not get annoyed with receiving too many of these emails. Now it is time to build the email. When you open up the email, you will see some code. So one second, let me just open up the email. So once you open up the email, you will see some code like these: event.name, event.price, strip tags. These are called merge tags. They might look a bit strange, but this code is the code that will be replaced with the product that the customer last viewed. You can see that here. So if you click preview and click show directly in Klaviyo, you can see that the customers have been viewing this product. You can edit the styling of this merge tag block, but don't change the code or the block, or the content in it might not work. Now it's time to edit the email to make it match your brand. I'm going to speed up the next bit, but for a more in-depth video on how to create a beautiful looking email, we have another video on our YouTube channel. Feel free to check that out if you want to learn more on how to beautify your emails. Now the email is designed, let's check if the browse abandon block works. I'm going to go to preview and click preview in Klaviyo, and there you go. You can see it works perfectly. It looks good. It populates the customer's name, it populates what the customer was looking at, and if you click on it, it brings you back to the product, the exact product page that the customer was last browsing. Now that the email has been designed, it is also a good idea to add a reminder email a few days after the first, to give customers another chance to come back and make their purchase. So back on the flow page, rather than creating another email and designing it from scratch, what we can do is to duplicate this already beautified email, add a time delay in between. So let's say 1 day or 1 day later, rename this email to Browse Abandonment 2. And now you can just edit each email with specific messages to remind customers who have browsed your store to make the purchase. Another tip here is to add a discount and mention that it expires in 48 hours to really hone in on the urgency and the scarcity of the product. To learn more about adding discounts in your emails, please watch our other video that goes through that in more detail. Now that the emails are designed, we are ready to activate the flows. Go ahead and change the statuses of all the emails from manual to live, and you're all set. Now there you have it. This concludes the video on how to set up a browse abandonment flow. I hope you found this useful. If you did, I would really appreciate if you could help like and smash the subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to our channel. We post videos every 3 weeks, and if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. Who knows, we might turn that into a future video. Hope you have learned something, and I thank you very much. See you in the next video.